Italy's Archaeological Park of Pompeii has offered up another remarkable discovery, this time in the form of an ancient tomb with mummified human remains. The funerary inscription on a marble slab is particularly noteworthy as includes the first proof of Greek culture in the ancient city, confirming hypotheses about the dynamic multicultural climate in Pompeii. The monumental tomb was unearthed at the necropolis of Porta Sarno, in an area of the archaeological site not currently accessible to the public. The tomb structure, which dates to the final decades before the eruption of Mount Vesuvius engulfed the city in ash, has traces of paint preserved on the façade depicting green plants on a blue background. Researchers have identified it as the burial place of Marcus Venerius Secundio, a public slave and custodian of the Temple of Venus. After being freed, he achieved a certain social and economic standing, as evidenced by the stately tomb. Archaeologists say the tomb contains one of the best preserved skeletons ever found in the ancient city. Not only is the body remarkably intact, with hair and an ear still visible, but the mode of burial is unusual. During the Roman period at Pompeii, funeral rites usually involved cremation, while only young children were buried. Analysis of the bones found in the burial chamber estimate Marcus Venerius Secundio was over 60 years of age. The characteristics of the funerary chamber, which consisted of a hermetically sealed room, created conditions that allowed for the exceptional state of preservation in which the skeleton was found, the Archaeological Park wrote in a statement. Inside the grave, archaeologists also found 2 glass bottles called unguentaria and numerous fragments of what appears to be fabric, which could provide answers about the uncommon burial method. We still need to understand whether the partial mummification of the deceased is due to intentional treatment or not, explains Professor Llorenç Alapont of the University of Valencia, which collaborated with the park on the excavation. Analysis of the fabric could provide further information on this. From the sources we know that certain textiles such as asbestos were used in embalming. Still more compelling is the reference to Greek culture in the tomb inscription. The epigraph states that Marcus Venerius Secundio gave Greek and Latin Ludi for the duration of 4 days. Ludi Greci were theatre performances in Greek language. It is the first clear evidence of performances at Pompeii in the Greek language, which had previously been hypothesized on the basis of indirect indicators, says the director of the Archaeological Park of Pompeii, Gabriel Zuchtriegel. Here we have another tessera of a large mosaic, namely the multi-ethnic Pompeii of the early Imperial Age, where Greek, the then lingua franca of the Eastern Mediterranean, is indicated alongside Latin.